All of our food comes from biodiversity. Every meal contains and depends on many species. As the number of these species dwindle, our choices of what to eat could become narrower as well. Organic farming practices promote biodiversity. They restore, maintain, and enhance ecological harmony, and are based on the idea that healthy soil is the foundation for growing healthy food. Maysies Farm Conservation Center in Chester County was created to increase public understanding of the importance of conservation and ecological thinking. They offer internships, school programs, and a CSA, which stands for Community Supported Agriculture.
Yeah, I left you with the Swiss chard. These ones over here are not.
The way it works is families or individuals buy shares in the harvest, and then they come to the farm once a week during the season to pick up the produce that's just been harvested for them. That's the classic model. The shareholders get the best food they can possibly get, organically grown produce that's just been harvested. They get it at the best price possible, since there's no middleman involved or transportation costs attached.
Well, what do you say I put some of these peppers over there, some of these mild ones, since they're all mild, basically, right?
No,
because it says hot here, and they're not hot.
Well, I have them listed up there as mildly hot, the Anaheims, and they are. The basic philosophy, the basic principles of organic agriculture can be summed up in 3 words: grow healthy soil. The idea being that healthy soil grows healthy plants. Healthy plants resist pests and disease infestations and also grow healthy people, conveniently.
In conventional agriculture, monocropping or monocultures are common. This is where one crop dominates a large area of land, not allowing the important interactions between different species to take place. When disease or natural disaster strike, the problems become so great that they need drastic measures to keep them in control. In healthy soil, organic matter is working to keep disease in check.
Organic matter is things that are alive, or things that had been alive, or the waste of things that had been alive. And organic matter is where all the action takes place. And it's a huge amount of action going on down there. Soil scientists say that in 1 gram of average agricultural soil, there should be some 600 million bacteria of some 15,000 different species. And that's just the bacterial life forms. There's all sorts of fungal life forms and actinomycetes and microarthropods and protozoans and nematodes and the bigger guys that we can see like earthworms and grubs. And all those creatures down there are going about their lives, living their life cycles, eating each other, being consumed, excreting waste, dying, being recycled. It's what's called the soil food web. It's a really complex ecosystem about which we know very little that supports life on Earth.
Dig in. Does it feel warm? Because all those critters, when they're, when you work, you get hot. When they work, they get hot too. They generate heat.
We have a workshop that we call our down-to-earth gardening workshop for children, and they spend the entire day here and learn where their food comes from, that it's not just something in a box on a supermarket shelf, that somebody somewhere grew it or raised it, and a lot of work went into it, and a lot of care. This contains critters. Zillions and zillions and zillions of little creatures are in here.
It's alive.
It's alive, and there's all kinds of different kinds.
Do you know what's inside that seed?
Not too deep.
More food. There's food inside the seed to help it start growing. How many zucchini do you think you get on a plant?
1, 2,
10 is a good guess, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So 250 times 10, 1,500 vegetables might be harvested from what we just did right now.
I see a red one.
Oh,
I want tomato.
Okay. Look at that. So this one looks different, but it tastes even better right here, this variety, right? See how they look different? They're both zucchini. They have different names. And the kind we planted this morning were Costata Romanesco. Okay, who wants to take these?
Can you say that?
Costata Romanesco.
I've had a yellow apple before.
Did you like it?
Mhm.
Did it taste a little different than the red?
Just a teensy bit.
It's nice having that kind of variety, that kind of diversity in the things we eat. Which one's your favorite?
This one.
My favorite one's probably this one. This one's cool.
There's tomatoes, peppers. There's a couple different kinds. There's a green pepper there.
Pepper. There's a
They picked a couple things of broccoli.
broccoli. I think we're gonna put this at
Then we're gonna wash them and put them in a salad, and then we're gonna eat lunch.
We've had lunch now. We've had a salad from plants in the garden, and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They were organic, of course. And now there are some scraps. We've put them on the pile again, so to take the whole day full circle, so the kids understand that food comes from somewhere, and that the things that they don't eat, they go back somewhere too. They don't necessarily go in the garbage and then just go away. So we take it back here to the pile to demonstrate very visually what's going to happen to this. So the scraps they don't eat will go back and help nourish other plants at some point. So hopefully this encourages kids to make their own piles at home.
My favorite part of the day was picking carrots and eating them.
We've got to understand that we are just a part of nature. We are not something standing above it. We are just one species that happens at this point to be dominating the planet. But we are still just a part of nature. We are all in it together.